Hello everyone, welcome back to the Nova Scotia Volleyball Championship 2019 Weekend 1 here in Halifax, Nova Scotia at the Canada Game Centre. We have got our 14U girls semi-final. One of them are on the court in front of us. It is the Cape Breton Capers Black taking on the Cape Breton Capers Red. And on a court just beside us, which you can also stream without commentary if you're looking for the other semifinal, there is the Cape Breton Green team taking on the Intrepid team. So make sure to check those out on your screen here just so you are not confused. I'm going to refer to the team on the far side as the Cape Breton Red team and the team on the close side as the Cape Breton Black team. That way you know what's going on. Well, here we go. Let's get started. Cape Breton Red up 2 points already here, heading back to serve. This is number 14, Hannah McLellan. That ball is passed up and over. Set into the middle, and there is a big swing off of the blocker's hands to score. May McEcken with the kill. There's another serve from McLellan, and that is a service ace. And there's a short serve up and over, saved by the defender in one on the red side. Swing deep cross court, and that is gonna score. That is Annie Maltby with the kill. And heading back to serve now is the name we just said, Annie Maltby, back to serve here for Volleyball Cape Breton Black. That serve short going into the net. Capers Red team with the score. Heading back to the line here now is Brooke McLellan. And that ball is passed up and over. Free ball coming over from McEachin. That ball set in the middle. Free ball tipped over by McDonald. A left side tip short, picked up by the Capers defense. Set in the middle. There's a big swing high off of hands. And once again, May McEachin with the kill. And now heading back to serve, here is number 20, Brooke McLellan at the line. And it is a service ace. And it looks like we're gonna get a timeout called from the Capers Black side. Both teams back on the court here. And with the serve for the red side, here's Brooke McLellan. That ball set up to the middle. Swing by McDonald. There's a tip over by McEachin. Dumped over by the setter. A big rally here between those two teams. McEachin with the deep shot. Picked up by Marchand. Free ball over and out of bounds. That is going to be a Capers Black point. Heading back to serve here now, Zoe Sturmey. And that ball is passed up. Set to the right side of the court, free ball over from McEachin. And a swing from the left, short into the pot. That is a score for Peyton Marchand. Back to serve here is Zoe Sturmey. And it is a service ace. Once again on the line here is Sturmey. And that ball is passed up by McNeil. Free ball put over from McEachin. And there's a little tip over. And it looks like we are going to see a net violation called on May McEachin. So that is going to be a Capers black point. And that serve is up and over and out of bounds. Service ace, Capers black point. Back on the line, Zoe Sturmey. And that ball is passed up, but not quite enough for a second contact. Service ace. And it looks like we are going to see a timeout called now on the Capers red side. Back on the court is Sturmey. And it is a service ace. Sturmey with the float serve. Another service ace. Capers black pulling ahead now 9-7 with the tough serves from Zoe Sturmey. And that ball is passed up by McNeil. Set to the left side. There's a swing deep into the court, passed up by Maltley. She's going to swing for that free ball to put it over, and that one just not quite making it over the net. That is going to be a point for Capers Red. Heading back to serve for them now is their middle, May McEachin. And that ball is passed up. Set to the outside. Big swing cross court, dug up and saved at the net. And a swing in the middle this time, deep to one, is going to land out of bounds for McDonald, and that is going to be a Capers Red point. Back on the line again, here's May McEachin, all tied up at 9s. Float serve, and that serve is going to float right off the platform of the passer. Service ace. Float serve, another dynamite serve there, service ace. These two teams serving each other very aggressively on the court here. Back on the line again, May McEachin. And that ball is going to sail along and out of bounds. Point going to Capers Black. Heading back to serve for them now is their middle, number 9, Ava McDonald. And looking to tip that ball over is the Capers red side, but it does hit the antenna on the way. That is going to be a Capers black point. And back to serve once again, here is McDonald. That ball is passed up and over. A big swing deep in the middle of the court, but that one going out of bounds for Tori Weiler. That is going to be a point for Capers red. Back to serve, Katie McNeil. And it is going to land in the seam, service ace. That ball is passed up and dumped over, and that is a good job there by Arissa McManus to stay off the net and dump that ball over. Point Capers black. Back to serve, Peyton Marchand. And that one is going to go into the net. Point going to Capers red. Back on the line to serve, Sienna Beaton. That ball is passed up. Pushed deep to one, and that is a great spot there. That's going to score. Capers black with that point. And heading back to serve now for them. After that tricky play, here is number 7, Arissa McManus. And that ball is passed up by McClellan. And a good chase down there by the Capers red side, but not able to get that ball back over. Point Capers black. McManus with the serve. That one going through the side of the net. That one is going to be out of bounds. Point Capers red. Back on the line here now, Sarah McDonald. And that ball is passed up. Set to the back row. Free ball over from McDonald. A swing in the middle from May McEachin, and that is going to score. McDonald with the serve, passed up by Marchand. And up there looking to make sure it goes over is McManus, and it does. Back to serve, Tori Weiler for the Capers black. And it is a service ace. It is a point-for-point battle here between these two Capers team who know each other so well. 16-16. Both of them looking to find a spot in the finals in the 14U girls category. Serving the ball, Tori Weiler. That ball is passed up. There to block the ball is McDonald. And now another battle at the net, but we are going to see a net violation called on Capers red. And heading back to serve is Tori Weiler. And that is a point for the Capers red side, and they are going to get fired up for that one. That ball sailing long and out of bounds. Point, Capers black. And that ball sailing across the net, picked up by Weiler. And that free ball coming over, but there is a block by McEachin. And another middle battle at the net. That one not quite making it over, and that is going to be a Capers red point. And that ball is passed up and put over by the black side. Another battle between the middles at the net, and swinging deep is McDonald. Free ball coming over, but there is a big block from Marchand. And it is going to land inside the court. That is a Capers black point. And that ball not quite making it over the net. Capers black getting that point. Back on the line, Zoe Sturmey with the serve, and she is the girl to do it for her team. Those service aces racking up on the stats sheet. Sturmey looking to close out this set 22-18. And another service ace for Sturmey. And there is Sturmey with another service ace for her team, looking for one more. But before she can do that, we are going to see a timeout called by the Capers red side. Sturmey back on the line to serve for her team, and she does it. It is a service ace for the Cape Breton Black team, all led at the end there by Zoe Sturmey, and it was a battle point for point between those two teams. But folks, don't go anywhere. We've still got a whole nother set, perhaps two to be played, to see who's going to get into that gold medal match. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Nova Scotia Volleyball Championships 2019 Weekend 1 here in Halifax, Nova Scotia at the Canada Game Centre. I'm Raisa Lalani. I've got your call all weekend long, and we have our 14U girls semifinal matchup between the Cape Breton Capers Black and the Cape Breton Capers Red team, and we are underway in the second set here. And the Red are the first team to get on the board. That ball is passed up. Set to the middle. And there is a swing over from McGeechin. And there is a free ball over from her, but the defense of the Black side too much to handle. That is going to be a point for Capers Black. And there is a free ball over. And a swing in the middle from McDonald, and that swing is going to score. And there is a point for the Capers Black. Back on the line, Peyton Marchand. And that ball is passed up, but not quite enough to get a second contact. That is a Capers Black service ace. Peyton Marchand back to serve. And that ball is up and out of bounds. Service ace. Marchand with the serve. And it is another service ace. Too much heat to handle at the back line here for the Capers Black. Serving to the Capers Red. Marchand back to serve again. That ball is passed up, set to the left side of the court, and there to receive it is Sturmey. And we're gonna see a free ball from Sturmey. And that free ball is gonna land between two players, and that is gonna be a service ace. And that serve is going to go wide and out of bounds. Point going to Capers Red. Float serve. And it is a service ace. Now from the opposite side, big serves coming in. May McEachin with the tough serve. Float serve, and it is another service ace. McEachin with the serve. That ball is passed up and over into the blocker's hands. And onto the court, and that is going to be another score for Capers Red. May McEachin back to serve. Float serve, passed up, but not quite to the setter. That is going to be another service ace. May McEachin back to serve. And it is going to fly off the passers, and that is going to be a service ace, and it looks like we are going to see a timeout called this time by the Cape Breton Capers black side. Back to serve is Sturmy. That ball passed up. Set to the back row, free ball over. And there is a tip that lands inside the court. That is going to be a Cape Breton Capers black point. And back on the line once again is their dynamite server, Zoe Sturmy. That ball passed up, set to the middle, and that swing not quite making it to the net. Point going to Capers black. Sturmy back to serve. Float serve. That ball is passed up. Not quite able to get over past the blocker is that ball. That is going to be another point for Capers black, as Sturmy stays back on the line to serve. That ball is passed up, set to the middle. That swing out of bounds, black point. And there's a big serve deep into the court, passed up. And a free ball put over by McNeil. And that free ball putting them in trouble. That is going to score for Capers Red. And now Olivia McDonald back to serve. 8 serving 12 in this second set. And a reminder, Capers Black did take the first one. And that ball lands deep and out of bounds. Point Capers Black. Heading back to serve here now, Ava McDonald. Float serve. And it is a service ace. And there is another big serve, this time passed up by McNeil. Free ball over, and that free ball is going to land deep inside the court. Point going to Capers Red. Back on the service line here now, Brooke McLellan. Float serve, that one just hitting the bottom of the tape. And that is going to be a point for Capers Black. Sam England back to serve here now. That ball is passed up, set to the middle. And a little bit of miscommunication of who's supposed to take that one. That is a Capers Black point as they pull quite away here now. 16-9 in the second set. Sam England back to serve. And that ball is passed up, set to the left. An attempted free ball over, but that ball a little too tight to do so, and that is going to be a point for the Capers Black. Back to serve Sam England. Short float, passed up by McNeil, set out to the left, a swing down the line for McLean, and that is going to score. Point Capers Red. Back on the line here now, Sarah McDonald. Float serve. That ball is passed up. Set to the back row, a back row attack from the pipe. And then a push 2-1 for the free ball, and that free ball is going to score as the ball trickles off the setter's hands. Capers Black with the point. Back on the line to serve. Capers Black, number 7, Arissa McManus. That ball is passed up. Set to the middle. Dug up and over. Another swing, another dig. There's a big back row attack. And that is Ava McDonald with the kill after 2 pretty sweet digs. Back on the line, Arissa McManus. Float serve. McDonald trying to get that pass, but it is going to go into the score table. Point going to Capers Black as they are now in the 20s. 20 serving 10. Back on the line, here is Arissa McManus. Another big serve, service ace. That ball is passed up, tipped over, and a little ping pong action at the net constitutes in a point for Capers Red as they tip that one past the block. And that is going to send Katie McNeil back to serve. Float serve. That ball is passed up and chased down, not quite brought back inbounds. Point Capers Red. Serving the ball, Katie McNeil. And it's going to fly off of the passers. That is a service ace. Katie McNeil back to serve. That one going into the bottom of the tape, and that is going to be a point for Capers Black. Heading back to serve here now is number 4, Tori Weiler. That ball is passed up by McClellan. And a ball tipped into the block, a double block there for the Capers Black in McDonald and Marchand. Tori Weiler back to serve. And that is a deep serve turning into a service ace. 24-13 here as this team looks to get into the finals. Back to serve, here's Tori Weiler. That ball is passed up by McNeil. Set to the middle. There is a triple block and a big block by Ava McDonald to shut that hit down and take her team, the Cape Breton Capers Black, into the finals for the 14U girls category. Folks, don't go anywhere. We will be streaming it live here on 360 Sports.